Hi, my name is Jonathan Flintoff. I'm a PhD student at the Queensland Brain Institute, and my FameLab presentation is called Investigating Schizophrenia. So this lump of 100 billion nerve cells makes up the human brain. When it's working and functioning, it's an astounding organ that allows us to learn, problem solve, adapt, and function in everyday life. But it doesn't always work so flawlessly. Imagine tomorrow you wake up and the reality that you knew and trusted becomes distorted and fragmented. Imagine you wake up and begin to hear voices, have a sense of paranoia that someone's following you. These are the symptoms of psychosis patients with schizophrenia have. But these aren't the only symptoms. Schizophrenia patients as well suffer from difficulties in concentration, attention, and problem solving. And these make up the cognitive impairment symptoms that they face. So these symptoms are unable to be treated and are little talked about. So in Australia, we spend $2.25 billion a year treating schizophrenia patients. And part of the reason for this is because we cannot treat these cognitive impairment symptoms of the disease. Now, we have come a long way. Gone are the days where, in the past, schizophrenia patients may have been confined to Victorian asylums, never to see the light of day again. Gone are the days where patients were forced into comas, sometimes never to wake up. But we still have a long way to go to be able to treat this disease. So how do we even go about beginning to treat schizophrenia? Well, the job of a scientist might be best thought of as an investigator. Just as a detective might use clues to be able to solve a crime, a scientific investigation requires clues to be able to solve a disease. One of the clues that we have for schizophrenia is that cognitive impairment isn't just limited to schizophrenia and other mental health disorders. Diseases of energy balance, like diabetes, also have these cognitive impairment symptoms. This might provide a clue into what we can look at to investigate treatments in schizophrenia. So it's the aim of my PhD to be able to look at, does improving energy balance in the brain improve these cognitive symptoms? To do this, I'll use animal models to see, can we improve cognition in an animal model and hopefully translate this into a patient setting. Now, the symptoms of mental illness are classically thought of as distinct diseases, but there is a radical shift underway to begin to think about neuropsychiatric diseases as constellations of symptoms. This is important. We can use this overlap in symptoms to be able to look for clues, to be able to see where can we find a common mechanism to be able to treat schizophrenia. And not only schizophrenia, we can treat other mental health disorders as well. The journey of investigating schizophrenia is not just about investigating one disease, but the brain as a whole. And as a scientific community, we're still piecing together the puzzles of solving mental illness.